Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Drag Race gossip, secrets and drama. So previously I've made a few videos on my channel about the drama involving Todrick Hall, who you'll know has been a guest judge and choreographer on Drag Race several times. And there appears to be some new drama involving Todrick after he was allegedly sued by his former assistant and also some allegations of abuse, so I thought I'd make a video about it. All that and more coming up in today's video, so let's get started. And quickly before we start, please just remember that a lot of the information in this video is alleged and has not been proven. And please also do not send hate to Todrick or anyone else, just enjoy this video passively. Thank you. So some of you will remember that I did a video last year talking about some of the dramas that Todrick has been involved in after his controversial appearance on Celebrity Big Brother. And at the time, Todrick had been accused of several things, such as not paying his dancers, being sued by his landlords for unpaid rent, as well as other allegations of manipulation and lying. I then did a follow-up video talking about the fallout from Todrick's controversies, as well as Todrick being called out by other influencers for bad behaviour. And then the last video about Todrick was involving the scandal about the real friends of WeHo and the negative reception from fans against Todrick. Well, it seems that Todrick is now embroiled in some new drama that involves him being sued by someone who appears to be his former assistant, so let's get into it. Tommy Italiano is an internet personality and OnlyFans creator who previously worked as Todrick Hall's assistant. And Tommy started working for Todrick sometime in 2017 during the filming of Todrick's documentary Behind the Curtain. In February 2022, Tommy spoke out against Todrick in an interview with The Zen Blonde, where he detailed many accusations against Todrick. Tommy explained that at the beginning of their working relationship, he was really excited to work with Todrick because he was a big star. But Tommy said, quote, "It's been a tumultuous relationship from the beginning, work-wise and personally. He is someone that's very manipulative." Tommy also said that Todrick made him feel like part of his family and would often tell Tommy he felt like a brother to him, which is why Tommy stayed with Todrick for so long. According to Tommy, Todrick was really manipulative and he would often exploit his fans for free labour, such as painting his house, and Todrick also had a history of not paying his dancers. And it appears that Tommy and Todrick had some kind of falling out, and Tommy stopped working for Todrick. The situation then got worse in October 2019 when one of Todrick's former dancers, named Tom White, called Todrick out on Twitter and said that Todrick had not paid him for his work on two of Todrick's music videos that Tom had appeared in. And Tom also alleged that Todrick had made some problematic comments on set while filming the music videos. According to Tom, at one point during the music video, Todrick apparently said that there were too many black people in the shot and said, quote, "This is looking a little too chocolate. Can I get some lighter people behind me?" Todrick then responded to this and said that Tom would get paid, not because he was calling Todrick out, but because he deserved to be paid. And Todrick also said that he'd only received 2 texts from Tom. Drag Race alum Manila Luzon responded to Todrick's post and said that Todrick had not paid her for a Halloween party that she had hosted for Todrick either. And this issue of non-payment has been an ongoing issue for Todrick. Anyway, back to Tommy, and he came to Tom's defense on Twitter. And from what I can gather, Todrick called Tommy on the phone, presumably because Todrick wanted to discuss what Tommy had been saying about Todrick online. And on the phone call, Tommy demanded an apology for Todrick's past actions. According to Tommy, he said to Todrick, quote, "I really want you to take ownership for the things you did to me, and I'm not going to say anything, I just want an apology." Todrick apparently refused to apologise and even tried to turn the argument around, and Todrick said that Tommy was the one who was problematic. And at this point in time, Tommy hadn't really said anything negative publicly about Todrick, but the two of them clearly had a tumultuous relationship. But Tommy said that Todrick threatened to reveal that Tommy was HIV positive if Tommy ever spoke out against Todrick.
he started threatening me. He says, well, if you say anything about me, I'm going to go on my YouTube channel and I'm going to say that you have HIV and that you have unprotected sex with people and that you don't tell them, and I'm going to destroy your reputation. I'm going to destroy your career.
Tommy also alleged that Todrick called Tommy's mother, who didn't know at the time that Tommy was HIV positive, and Todrick apparently revealed this to Tommy's mother, seemingly as revenge for speaking out against him. Tommy explained that he had known for a while that he was HIV positive, but he hadn't really told many people, and in fact, Todrick was the second person Tommy had ever told because they were still working together at the time when Tommy found out. But Tommy strongly denied the allegations that he had hidden his HIV status and was sleeping with people without telling them. And since all this went down, Tommy has been calling Todrick out for his bad behaviour. And for example, in a string of tweets from October 2019, Tommy said that he had never signed an NDA with Todrick and he was ready to spill all the tea about Todrick. And this included many accusations against Todrick, including that Todrick has, quote, an obsession with escorts and he spends all his money on strippers rather than paying his dancers. And these accusations made by Tommy against Todrick have been ongoing for some time. And then a few years later, in July 2023, Tommy posted on his TikTok that another of Todrick's former assistants, named Dana Davis, had released an audio recording of Todrick where Todrick apparently admitted to sleeping with a 16-year-old fan, but Todrick said that it was okay because it was in London and it's legal there.
He was 16 years old, and his parents were like, yeah, it's fine, because in London it's 16 is legal. Yeah. And I know that R. Kelly's in that situation. He definitely those girls that on him, but there's a couple of those girls that are like, that he had sex with in London, where technically...
And Tommy also said that Todrick had previously been good friends with Colleen Ballinger. And for anyone who doesn't know, Colleen Ballinger is a comedian and YouTuber who became well known for her character Miranda Sings. But more recently, Colleen has been accused of inappropriate behaviour with underage fans, and she has been widely criticised by many people, and her career has been massively damaged. Anyway, Tommy once said that Todrick and Colleen were more similar than you realise, and Tommy said that Todrick has also been accused of sending inappropriate messages to his underage fans. Todrick has repeatedly denied Tommy's claims, and it appears like there was some more legal drama for Todrick recently. According to an article from Radar Online from August 2023, Todrick was sued back in November 2022 by an ex-assistant for allegedly sexually harassing him. However, the ex-assistant is only referred to by the pseudonym John Doe in the lawsuit, so it's not clear which assistant it is that sued Todrick because they did not use their real name in the lawsuit. The lawsuit accused Todrick of failure to pay minimum wages, various labour code violations, discrimination, harassment, failure to prevent harassment, and wrongful termination in 2021. According to the lawsuit, Todrick had agreed to pay the assistant $1,400 per week, but Todrick would often make excuses and not pay him. The assistant was forced to work excessive amounts of overtime of around 54 to 84 hours per week and was not compensated for it. In the end, the assistant was only paid around $5,200 in total, which averages around $433 per week, which is less than half of what was agreed. The ex-assistant also alleged that Todrick sexually harassed him and would often ask him inappropriate personal questions such as, quote, "Are you a top or bottom?" And the ex-assistant even alleged that Todrick forced him to watch explicit videos of Todrick with other men, and that Todrick would often make inappropriate sexual comments. And the ex-assistant was apparently wrongly fired after Todrick accused him of sleeping with one of his dancers, which is against the rules, although the ex-assistant denied this claim. And according to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Todrick and the ex-assistant, known as John Doe, reached a settlement in March 2023, and then the following month, the ex-assistant asked the court to dismiss the entire action. And that's not the end of the lawsuits, because Todrick was also allegedly sued by a company called Showroom Interiors for breach of contract. Todrick had apparently purchased almost $200,000 worth of furniture back in 2021 from a company called Showroom Interiors, and this furniture was then delivered to Todrick's rental home. And the company claims that Todrick paid around $70,000, but then he stopped any further payments. And because this non-payment issue had been ongoing for around 2 years, the company eventually took Todrick to court. But Todrick has not yet responded to the lawsuit, so it appears to be ongoing. And you may remember that in my first Todrick Hall video, I said that Todrick had been sued back in 2022 by his former landlords for unpaid rent of around $60,000. And this was for a property that Todrick said he bought, but then it was later alleged that Todrick was actually only renting the property. And then in September 2022, Todrick was ordered to pay the landlords $100,000, which included the $60,000 of missing rent, plus damages and legal fees. And it's unclear whether Todrick has now paid this $100,000 yet or not. And so it appears that Todrick has been involved in several lawsuits, and it's unclear at the moment which lawsuits have been settled and which ones have not. And we'll have to wait and see if any more information comes out about this in the future. So there you go, there was a quick video about the latest drama involving Todrick Hall and several lawsuits made against him. Let me know in the comments if you knew about these accusations before, and what you think about them. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the information in this video is alleged and is still unsubstantiated, so please be mindful of that. And also, please do not send any hate to Todrick or anyone else. These videos are just for entertainment purposes, and it's never okay to send hate to anyone, so please just keep it all nice and friendly, please. I'd also like to say a massive thank you to all of my amazing Patreon members. In the You're a Winner Baby tier, we have Emerald1508 and PC Smush. And then in the Shantae You Stay tier, we have Becky, Charlie, David, Emma, Kylie, Max, Tebby and Craig. Thank you all so much for your incredible ongoing support. It really does make such a massive difference to my channel, and it allows me to keep making videos for you all, so thank you all so much. If you'd like to join my Patreon and get exclusive benefits, such as early access to my videos, shoutouts in my videos, as well as priority access when submitting interview questions, among other benefits, you can join my Patreon for just a few dollars a month to unlock these amazing benefits, and I'll put a link in the description. Please make sure you like, comment and share this video, as it really helps support my channel. And of course, please make sure you hit the subscribe button to stay up to date about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me again in future videos. Thank you, bye!